What up, y'all? It's your boy Anthony Lewis, and you know I got soul.
Hey Anthony, what's up?
How you doing, Tom?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good, man. Pretty good.
Cool, man. Thanks for taking the time out for the interview.
Oh, no problem, man. Thank you for even having me, though. Thank you.
For sure. So, want to start out taking it back to the beginning. Can you kind of tell us, where did you first develop your love for music?
I started just developing it when I was like 13. After I did a talent show, that's when I felt like I wanted to take this career to the next level.
And
I really started doing music videos on YouTube just to get people to know me and get to know who I am, you know?
Right. And I was reading that you kind of took it as a hobby at first, but then kind of, went to YouTube to kind of further your career in music. How did YouTube, how did YouTube help take it to the next level?
YouTube helped so much because I've been to a lot of meetings, like a lot of record execs, and they always just ask me, like, yo, do you have anything on YouTube? I really didn't have anything because I didn't have nothing to show them.
Right.
But I really thought about it, was like they want to see content. They want to see what does he really do? What are people on the YouTube feeding back to him? So I started doing that. Ever since then, I just kept doing it. Still doing it now.
Right.
Bless it.
Who are some of the artists who influenced you early on in your career?
Chris Brown, Michael Jackson, just Timberlake, just all the greatest.
Right.
And Cook, just all the greatest.
Okay. So you recently signed this label deal with the Chemists. So how did they originally discover you?
How they discovered me was Donnie Skin. I signed for Donnie at the Chemist label. Honestly, I didn't know it was a Chemist label. I just thought I was about to go sing for just a producer.
Right.
So as I'm singing for the producer, by the name of Garnet March, he walks in and was like, yo, you dope. You're dope. Let's come a couple records on you. Let's see how we can do with this. And then ever since then, we just started making magic. And it's just a blessing that I found the right team that I know where I belong at.
Right. Well, talk a little bit more about that because, the Chemist is a relatively new label. And, I could tell by observing you as an artist, you got the whole package. You look like you're poised to be a star. So how did you know this was the right fit for you?
How did I know? Just by the energy that the label has. It's never negative. It's always positive. They like to move,
Right.
We really didn't move.
Right. That makes sense.
We're moving. There's no break time. You gotta work.
Right. I can respect that.
Because if I give them 100% of me, they won't give me 150% from them. It's me.
Oh, definitely. All right.
I'm the right team just to really do a career.
All right, cool. Now, talk about your current single, Candy Rain. I guess what influenced that song and what influenced you to sample the classic record there?
Candy Rain is an old school record. I mean, you know that by Slow For Real back in the late 90s. Well, we thought as a team that we don't come out with a record that people know.
Right.
So when they hear it, they'll be like, yo, wait, who is this?
Right.
I remember hearing this when I was a little kid. This is crazy. It make people be like, yo, I was just listening to this like a couple years ago. Now he's doing a remix of it. That's crazy. They get to know who Anthony Lewis is, who's singing this,
Right.
This all blend together. It was amazing.
I know that sometimes, when people cover, classic songs from years past, sometimes music fans are a little sensitive about, the newer version not living up to the original. Have you gotten any response from fans and feedback from them on how you did compared to the original?
Oh, yes. I got crazy feedback from my fans and from family, too, and friends. And they all loving it.
That's awesome.
They like the transition of the record. They just love it. Because I didn't want to go too far out of For Real because it's not my original record.
Right. That's great. Glad to hear that. Now, I know you're working on this debut album. How's it coming along so far?
Coming along great. We got Kim Parker working on it. We got Looney Tunes, the producer. We got Trimble Boy. We just got the whole squad. It's coming along very good.
Right. And, sonically, what's it sounding like?
It sounds like an R&B type hip hop-ish. I like to talk about young love. About, let's say, make older people and young people think about how their lives are. You know what I'm saying? How young people, how being young is real good. You know what I'm saying? Live it. Don't rush it.
Right.
And then for older people, I try to get to the show and be like, yo, I was really with her in high school. I was holding her hand down the hallway. Telling her I was like, you my girl, like that type.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And what I'm saying? So I just want to make good music. That's it.
Right. And have you collaborated with any artists or plan to collaborate with any artists for this album?
I'm definitely planning to collaborate with, man, you don't know how many artists I want to collaborate with. I collaborated last night with Billy Bang and Joe Moses.
Right.
I was definitely an honor because Joe Moses, I listen to his stuff all the time. So it's just...
All right. And when do you expect to release the project? Later this year, or?
Probably later on in the year, or probably like the top of next year.
Right. Okay. I guess final thing, when someone hears your music for the first time, when someone hears the Anthony Lewis record for the first time, how do you want to make them feel?
I want them to make them. Honestly, I don't want them to make them feel old with the record. Don't get me wrong. I want to make them feel like, oh man, this is. I want them to make them feel like that old school music never died.
Right.
I want them to feel like that music and it's something that everybody loves, and that I want to make great music.
Right.